Sorry guys, my battery died. I had to restart the stream. Laughing Kookaburra over here. One used to come by the zoo night and we would talk to it and it would make it do that call on command. This is actually a pretty big one. The one that came by the zoo about 2/3 the size. So she's playing that call to make it do that. You're really not supposed to do that, but it is nice to hear them do the call. They get tired of doing it sometimes. So there's a binturong here. Interesting, from Borneo.
Looks a little like Cassie.
Right?
They kind of look like a raccoon. I forgot what their relatives are, but interesting. Binturongs are interesting. There it is right there. Quite large, long tail. But facially they look kind of like a raccoon. They might actually be related to mongoose, the vivarid. I have to look them up. There's another kookaburra taking a break over here. There you go. There's the binturong. Big guy. Showing interest, but my pale imitation is not enough, I don't think. Probably tired. He's already fluffed up, like he's taking a rest. Can't be bothered. Let's try one more time with this one. Maybe he'll. She was playing a recording, but I've actually gotten the one at the zoo when the guy brought it by to do it just by talking to it. This is a beautiful, big specimen though. These are basically giant kingfishers. So there's a belted kingfisher in our area around here, about half the size or less. But this is, I think this is the biggest kingfisher. Huge birds. You can tell it looks tired. Like he's squawked out. But you heard it earlier. I made a little call earlier when I brought my stream back. And I think that's a zebra over there, making it sound very much like a donkey. Is that a zebra? Not like a donkey, but zebras make it sound like that too. Okay.
It's probably the donkey.
Oh, porcupine. Look at that. Holy moly. Giant rodent with protection. All slicked back when they're relaxed. Very cool. Very, very cool. Crested porcupine. Was it fun working at that little outpost?
It was interesting for sure.
Yeah? So you just see tons of
All-
brats,
all
spoiled brats and people.
Yeah, well, even all the employees, like all ages, some were acting like children.
Yeah.
People in their 60s acting like they're children.
Hey, look, the flamingos are going crazy. Look at them go.
It was cool though, because the back, like where the dumpster was like where the giraffes were.
Oh yeah,
So like we could feed them the leaves on the ground that they wanted
nice.
every day, which was cool. That people normally have to pay to do.
Little feeding portals here to put their stuff through. This one's very tall. So very, very tall. This has got to be about 4+ feet. You can see their bill is bent that way because when they feed, they put their head down and the bill is angled just right for filter feeding. They fill the mouth with water and they force, just like a baleen whale filters food in its baleen. They do a similar thing with their bills. American flamingo and a greater flamingo. Oh, shows a different one. That's cool. All the different kinds. Never heard of a puma. Oh. It's like running time. What are you doing? I don't have your food. Must be food time. I'm very excited. The very pale one next to them that looks funny. So they get the coloration from their crustaceans they eat.
Let's see if these are.
The carotenoids. A lot of things are like that. Poison dart frogs get the poison from their natural habitat, from the stuff they ingest. When you have them in captivity, they generally don't have the toxin, or at least not as much. There's a nice little zebra. And a donkey. Look at that, so cute. I love when that movie Sheena, based on a comic book with Tanya Roberts, they had her riding a zebra. So for the movie, they painted a horse to look like a zebra, so she rides a zebra around. Beautiful. So this is disruptive coloration for camouflage. When they're in a giant herd, predators just see a sea of lines. They don't know where the head and the body and the tail end begins. They just see. It's very confusing until they start moving. Look at the donkey, so cute. Domestic donkey. And you gotta love they're both Equus. The genus Equus. Equus quagga bomi. But this one's hilarious. Equus asinus. Domestic. There's probably domesticus. This, if they italicize it, should be domesticus. It might be a subspecies. But Equus asinus, or asinus. Very funny. It's an ass, man. It's an old Rodney Dangerfield joke. Are you a tit man or ass man? He goes, I must be an ass man because someone's always telling me you're an ass man. Very cute. So this is a donkey. Oh, he's taking a dump. Isn't that nice? So relaxed. Look at you. So this is a donkey or burro. Burro, as they say in Mexico. And then you mix a donkey and a horse and you get a mule, which is sterile but viable for that generation. Just can't reproduce. Chromosomes are all jacked up. And I saw them earlier. There's some giraffes over here. I'm not sure. I forgot if they're reticulated. Probably reticulated. Those are the most common. We have Maasai, reticulated, and there's a couple other ones, I think. It's usually Giraffa camelopardalis. And that's also, if you know astronomy, that's a constellation, camelopardalis.
So big. So
What a simple toy. But he's so excited.
Playing with his toy.
Oh,
I'm so small.
we got him play with it.
I just want to know if it was like, let's see what toys really excite them.
And they're like, here you go. I wonder if
It's nice to give them some enrichment, some toys to play with, so they don't get bored. Very cool.
playing with his toys.
Yeah, it smells bad.
Pretty good tricks there. He's got a good balance. Also helps they took that horn off so he can actually do that. With the horn, he'd never be able to balance that fucking thing on his snout. There you go. Got some antelopes and giraffes. Oh, there's a cute little giraffe over there. Look at that. So cute. So cute. Wow, this guy. He's got his tongue hanging out. They have a very amazing, what you call a prehensile tongue, basically. Kind of like just can curve around, stick way out, go around sharp spines on branches and grab leaves. Much more elaborate than the typical mammalian tongue. But he's got some issues with it, sticking out. Like he's got some problem with his tongue. Stick your tongue back in, dude. What are you doing?
Come on, bud.
This guy's got an issue with his tongue. You see that? He can't get it back in. It's almost like it's paralyzed. Oh, there's a little one. He's licking too. Lick, lick, lick. Lick, lick, lick. See, it goes all the way around. They can pull stuff out of their nose, practically. It's amazing. So cute. And they have this massive heart to pump up that giant neck. And when they wrestle, the head's like a giant sledgehammer. They curl necks and wrestle that way, and then they like, bam, knock the head into the other one. Pretty incredible stuff. They always show like, oh, they're so cute, they love each other, they're hugging. It's like, no, they're actually, it's dominance and they're wrestling.
I think it's a job.
And they're just long tongue. So it's a Maasai giraffe because it's got the splotches and not the puzzle, the straight puzzle pieces. It's more the splotchy design. These ones I saw in East Africa. There's a Nubian Summerings gazelle. So it's giraffe, Camellia pardalis, typical skirky. So these are both threatened, unfortunately. Habitat loss and predation by humans and other things.
Giraffe's tongue is the
Very cool. This guy's just frozen like a statue. Looking at something. It's cool. Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
And so that was their hope, right? Was that like that's how it was
Healthy
sold
from
to
horn
us,
to
like,
hoof.
we want to expand and we don't know how to do it. So like Zion had to train here. So we hope that we can
It's almost muscle.
little baby giraffe.
So they have had
Amazing.
I'm just here to cook with David.
All little tufts at the top that are little protuberances. So those are bony protuberances on the skull with skin on them and then little hair tufts at the top. There's the side giraffe calf, born 2025. Birth weight 138 pounds. Holy shit. 138 pounds at birth.
We should start heading over to the
Yeah.
less because it's like 30 minutes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm dragging my feet. I'm just having too much fun.
No, that's okay.
Zoos are always like that. You can't really see them all in one day.
Yeah.
Just like museums.
I think it's better to not see it all in one day.
Because you have time to hang and see things, the behavior, hear the sounds.
Yeah.
Like today, we got real lucky with the feeding
Yeah.
and some of that shit. And a lot of people miss that. They go breezing by. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you haven't fucking seen it because you didn't see it eat. You didn't see it, yell at another one. And
Yeah. It's too bad we didn't get to see any baboon fights. 'Cause those are
That's
pretty-
okay.
It's pretty common, I feel like.
I'll bet, yeah. They look pretty aggressive.
You didn't see any of the fighting of those other ones? You just heard it?
Just heard it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was already like way past that area.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Hearing it was cool enough.
Yeah.
What's really cool is I was at the for my gig at the last company when I was doing site coordinator in Arizona, and I was at the Tucson. There's a zoo in Tucson, and I made time one day to go check it out.
Yeah.
And they had this lion pen and this like vertical platform for lions. Like you just climb up. So they each have their own layer to play around in
Oh, okay.
and still be in the same place. Limited space.
This is my main building, and then we worked at these 3 cars.
Oh, you worked
over
there too?
Yeah. Beer cart was fun because.
Beer garden?
They
Oh,
do
nice.
A kid's show behind there.
Yeah.
And then at
The parents are all drunk.
At the end, they get people to like come on stage and the parents, and then he hands them bugs, and he like uses peer pressure from the audience to make them eat them.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty funny.
That is funny. But anyway, so the lions are on this platform, and just happened to be there. If I had walked away 5 minutes early, I would have missed it. But I just hung out for a while, just watching the lions, and like this male was trying to get some affection from the female. Got a little too close, and she went, "Whoa," and like lashed out at him, and he went flying off the platform, like house cats playing at home, but like a 400 whatever pound lion.
Yeah.
Thumping around, just roaring. It was awesome. So I didn't capture any footage, but I got to experience it. It was just fun.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. You just got to be at the right place, right time. Oh, they're Tasmanian devils? Oh. Look at that guy. The secret's in the pouch. Quoll, Dunart, Numbat, Tasmanian devil, and a wombat.
I want to say I've only seen it twice.
Look at that. Yeah?
Yeah.
They're so funny. There's a wombat. Those are hilarious. Have you seen the wombat?
Nope.
There's a Tasmanian devil right there. Yeah, I might have seen one once somewhere. I don't know what zoo it was, but what's so special about Tasmanian devil? Naked-nosed wombat. They really do look like a fat, squat koala. So little tiny structures there. That's cute. We got some cool birds over here. Diamond dove, wonga pigeon, metallic starling, wood swallow. Beautiful.
In the same vein.
Beautiful.
I feel like I could get into it if I picked one thing to collect, like shot glasses.
Here's some doves here.
I don't drink shots, so that would be a really funny thing for you to collect.
Laughing kookaburra.
I've enjoyed collecting
Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. There you go. Oh, it's this bird. It looks like a, oh, it's a lapwing. Masked lapwing. Making that noise. Beautiful. It's got little waddles on the bill. Come on, buddy. He's got little waddles coming off the bill. Little stretch. Very cool. Very cool. Let's show these real quick. Gouldian finches are neat. That's the, if you guys know NEC monitors, they had an ad campaign for years using Gouldian finches because they're so damn colorful. More of the same. Diamond firetail. Wow, that's beautiful. Double barred finch. Wampu fruit dove. Good shit. Nice Aboriginal designs. Although there are totems. It's kind of like a koala totem pole. It's hilarious. What a weird mix of cultures there. Look at the colors on these leaves. It's amazing. Beautiful. Hi, Miss Gray. Oh, Hawaiian native plant garden. Those are like torch gingers and stuff. Surberg cycad. Nice cycad garden here. Look at all these cycads.
Out so we can sit on top if you want.
Oh yeah. Blue South African cycad. African cycads. Looks like almost like a coral tree there. I don't know what that is. Wow, look at that beautiful tree there. Beautiful. Neotropical cycads. They look a little different. Jelly palm. Yeah, this is for Wagyu and his jelly wrestling fetish. A jelly palm. Butia capitata. Jelly palm. It's more cycads there. That's more like a sago palm type cycad there. Yeah, there you go. Coral tree. That's right. Coral tree. South America. This was cropped back. They make these really cool long seed pods that they paint and use them for instruments. You can shake them like a rattle. Use them for music instrument. We had a very small coral tree at the zoo for a while before they redesigned the zoo. Took everything out. Cycas taiwaniana. Guess where that's from? So they're all over the world. Emperor sago is a Cycas taitunicensis. So another type of cycad. And coral tree with the actual flowers. There you go. Which eventually become seed pods and rattles. Very nice. Here's the little tour bus. Lion, gorilla. What is this guy? This is huge. Oh, Madagascar cycad. There you go. Probably saw this when I was over there. That's a big one. Grows in like clusters. Yeah, so many things. Like I said, it's a botanical garden. It's everything. Here's a little Asian garden with a bridge over there. Bridge over the water. A bamboo. Different species of bamboo. This is some kind of camellia, looks like, maybe. This is euonymus or something. Euonymus or an ilex, maybe a type of holly. Little sprinkly bits in the nice garden with the Asian, so the ceramic, not ceramic, cement lanterns. Terrace Lagoon. There you go. There's a bamboo. Bambusa multiplex. Hedge bamboo from southern China. That's euonymus right there. Golden bush. Got some mallows. This time yellow instead of red. And it's like a hibiscus. There's some conifers. Little needles. Palms. You got some like banana relatives. There's a nice hibiscus-y looking thing. Another mallow. Smell that popcorn. Sandwich Company. I got Chinese lanterns in here.
Check in with your sister.
Got one of those torch ginger things there. Oh, excuse me. This is where we started. Right here. Now we're taking the bus. Wow. Nice variegated leaves there. Zulu fig. Ficus lutea. That's a huge fig tree. More cycads. Dayun. That's another famous genus of cycad. Hotspot, home to many. That's where we walked down earlier through the forest. I don't care. Top's fine. Seymour. That's where we walked down through earlier. Beautiful rainforesty type area with tree ferns and banana stuff and all that. Here's the jacaranda. Sign for jacaranda from Brazil. Look at that guy. Saw him earlier. Beautiful. Beautiful. While you're killing time waiting for the bus, you can look at birds. Birds, birds, birds. Have to read these later. There's no time. No time, no time. Kagoo, purple honey creeper, trogon. Trogons are really cool. Saw those in Africa. Tree ferns. There's a fiddleneck coming out the tree fern there. Nice. Alright, while we're waiting, I'm going to give the gimbal a break. So I don't want my battery to die. So I'm charging right now with my external battery. You can see big lines on the weekends here, just like at amusement parks. Do we join upstairs or do we climb up that internal stair? Okay. You ever heard the term upper decker? Jim Florentine, you ever heard about that one?
Yeah.
Takes a shit in the top of the toilet tank. Yeah. His prank calls are great. Terrorizing telemarketers. Have you heard those?
Maybe.
Oh God, I'll send you a couple of them. It's like Jerky Boys, but even more annoying because he's basically they're calling him. He's not calling them.
Yeah. Oh.
So it's perfect setup to just fuck with them.
Is this like the guy that's still doing it?
Maybe he was on Howard Stern show a lot. He actually even dated Robin on the Howard Stern show, the news lady. And I saw him live in San Francisco once as part of a comedy group. Pretty funny guy, Jim Florentine. And There's another guy who does Don Jameson. He did some stuff with, and one of the famous ones he did was somebody's trying to sell them some kind of credit bullshit or some kind of real estate thing or whatever. And so it's called telephone guy or pole guy or whatever. And while he's talking to this guy, the other guy breaks in on the line and says, excuse me, I need to, I'm out on your street working on your line. Just want to let you know that you might get some interruptions or whatever. And he goes, hey, no problem. And the guy's like, that's weird. I've never heard anyone doing that before. He goes, whatever. So what's your point? What's going on? And he starts going into the spiel, gets him set up. And the guy breaks in and he goes, hey, this is me on the telephone line again. I hear this guy, what he's talking about. And I had a friend who got burned by one of these guys. And just trying to like piss off this guy who's trying to sell stuff. And I'll show it to you. Someone made a video. There's a video with a cartoon for it. It's really funny. But the guy basically threatens violence on the phone to the telephone guy for suggesting that they're underhanded and trying to steal money. And it's very funny. Exactly what those assholes deserve. Calling you, bugging you at your home. Tell this place has been here a long time.
Be on the right side.
Yeah. Anyway, it's fine.
I guess maybe there's not people we got around to see.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let me get away from one of the poles here. This is not a pole in my way. Okay. Wait for this to start up and I'll turn my gimbal on again. So it's overcast here, but the weather's still very nice. It's not cold. It was cold last night. It's a good rain. It's not really hot, so the overcast makes it nice and cool. Hey Manny, what's up? This is San Diego Zoo. Down here visiting my nephew and his wife and their cute little doggie. And decided to come to San Diego Zoo for the day. I haven't been here for like 25 years, maybe longer. And now we're doing the bus tour. We already walked a shitload of the zoo. It closes at 5, so we're gonna get this in before it closes, and then eventually they'll kick us out of here. So all kinds of cool stuff with leopards and baboons. The Madagascar fossa was out, which is a rare animal to see anywhere in the world, especially even in a zoo, because they always hide. And it's all kinds of fun animal behavior. There's a mandrill came by to check us out. He had a big bit of wood. He was quite excited. So you never know what you're going to see at the zoo. There are lots of cool birds, up close and personal. Really a great place. It's been so long. For me, it's basically a new visit. I don't remember most of the stuff here. Went by the koalas. Tried to find a Tasmanian devil. They were nowhere to be found. The shark exhibit, little tank inside this building is totally empty. But plenty of other stuff has been very good, so no complaints. Hope you're feeling better, man. Are you still sick? I don't know. I got extremely lucky. Last several NAMs didn't get a damn thing. Just got in the 2020 NAM, the NAMthrax. It was awful. But nothing was worse than H1N1 several years before that. It was terrible. Although one time I did have strep and mono at the same time, according to the doctor. And that's why I was extremely tired. Sore throat like drinking acid for days. horrible cough and congestion. That was pretty miserable. But H1N1 actually hurt. You're tired and you feel like crap and it actually hurts. I don't think I had any nausea from it, but it was really bad. So if COVID for some people was that bad, I can understand how terrible that was too. Plus, losing your sense of smell and taste is just an even worse offense than just feeling like shit.
No, I think they're probably just thinking he's on the way home.
All right, come on. When are we gonna get on the road here? Let's get this thing on the road. So it's do you think we'll have time for the aerial thing too? Is that too much to ask? The aerial thing, is that going to be too late for that?
I don't think so. We could probably, if we come back there and see a lot earlier, like pretty close to
That
here.
would be, that's always my favorite, the aerial
And then we
thing.
can, the entrance is over there, we can take it.
Oh,
in
perfect.
front.
Yeah,
We should have time.
cool. It's a quick one, right? It's only like 15, 20 minutes to go across.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, but the ride itself is not.
it's like less than 10.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because Oakland has one as well, which is really cool. You can actually see some animals. Only like there's some antelopes and stuff you can only see from the aerial tram. And that was a lot of fun last time I went there.
Yeah, I got screwed over twice actually at that because it was too windy. They wouldn't let you go. I did on it.
Was it really that windy though?
That's probably not.
It was windy.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like half the park.
It's like when I went to Vegas. Remember Treasure Island before they branded it TI? And they had the big pirate ship in the front. There's pyrotechnics and pirates.
I've seen videos.
Every time we went, on several trips, several times a night, it was too windy because they have pyrotechnics and we're about fire. So I was like, turn the fucking fire off and just do the stunts. Who cares? Don't cancel the entire show just because of a little wind. And it's like, first of all, it's Vegas. It's windy there all the time. Why would you put a fire show outside? You know? It's crazy. It's kind of crazy. It's just, it was so annoying. And now it doesn't exist. We crashed at we stayed at the Palazzo. She got a special deal with her card. And right by the Venetian is the Palazzo, really nice hotel. And our view was the TI. But all like painted over, closed, ready to be either knocked down or taken over. I forgot what they're going to do with it. Because it's under new ownership. And I think it's Hard Rock. I think the Hard Rock bought it. So I don't know what it looks like now, but as of like 6 months ago, whatever the hell it was, there was like nothing going on there. Everything was just, they painted because they tried to make it naughty. Like they had like sexy girl pirates on a white pirate ship. And that didn't take off too well either. So they just folded the whole thing. That's why it was TI. You know, it's not Treasure Island anymore. It's TI. Yeah, just another stupid idea that didn't work. But yeah, I kind of missed the Mirage like volcano thing. The big waterfall volcano with the fire shooting out of it. That was pretty cool. They used to have that. That's gone. White tigers are gone. A lot of the really fun stuff in Vegas is gone. The Sphere was interesting, but I don't know if I'd go back. It was very expensive.
What did you see?
Their Spaceship Earth or whatever it was. It was a movie.
In a spot where you got to see the whole thing, or you have
There really is no bad spot in there because it's all curved. So every time they show like flying over a city with tall buildings, they all are all bent to hell because it's a spherical projection. So that part looks stupid. But when you're over like the Serengeti or over like Antarctica or something like that, it's really awesome. Yeah. It's only like the cityscapes, the tall buildings that look stupid. Because all the buildings are bent in, like that. Check it out. It is expensive. So try to get some. Also, the dome outside has a really cool animations playing on all night. So you just sit there and trip out on the dome, on the ball itself. It's pretty cool. But it's amazing when you think it's just a bunch of, like 1 inch or whatever, multicolor LEDs in a massive array. And that far back, the pixels are good enough that the images look great. Yeah. But people that go like see U2 there, I wouldn't go see a concert there. First of all, I'm sure the acoustics aren't great. It's a sphere. It's just gonna sound weird, right? And also, it's expensive to go see a concert there because they can charge you more. And I think it's already still in the red. It's not making much money. So I may not make it. It may not last that much longer. I heard questionable things about it because they have a test version of it. If you drive around LA, I forgot where it was, but it's somewhere near Hollywood. There's or Anaheim, might be near Anaheim. There's a weird kind of a smaller version of it that had a sign that said it was like the sphere tests, whatever. So they built that first before they built the massive one over at Vegas. Saw it driving around one night. This is taking way too long. Really? This is like the wait outside. I'm going to turn to a Karen like the lady in the line out there. Excuse me, why is this taking so long? I only have so much time left on this earth. I need to get in the park now. She's waiting for one person to wave. Only one person waved. Alright, come on, let's get move on. I'm gonna get that aerial tram. What's the time is it now? What time?
3:15.
Oh yeah, we're fine. We can close the fire, right? So yeah. We'll catch the aerial tram. Sorry guys, I know this is scintillating, waiting for the fucking bus to take off, but it is what it is. So they're waiting for more people? There are plenty of people. Just go. It's so dull that we're down to one viewer. Everyone's lost interest. Thank you for the solo viewer who's watching the stream. Maybe this will finally be it. Do me a favor. Can you just grab the metal clamp there for a second? Just pinch that. Pull like that. Thanks. Found a place I can clip this battery. I don't have to hold it. Cool. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, I think we're finally taking off. Thanks to everyone who's patient on this extremely boring part of the video. I'm going to try and handle this safely and save my gimbal power for a bit. Still have a few hours to go. Like Disneyland. Come on, everybody. Here we go. That's from the Peter Pan ride at Disneyland.
All right, you guys, who's ready to have a pretty fun time out here? Make some noise for me. All right, welcome aboard, everyone. My name is Nicole. You're going to be with me for the next 35 to 40 minutes. We're going to go all over the world in that time, but first, if you guys haven't heard it 1,000 times already today, welcome to the world famous San Diego Zoo! You made it. Let's go see the zoo. Over on your right-hand side, first animal update, it is this flamboyant flamingo. Now, this flamboyant flamingos are called the American or the Caribbean flamingos. That's where you're going to find them, or the Caribbean, go figure. But these are actually the ones that really do love to eat that brine shrimp. Now, brine shrimp is actually what turns a flamingo's feathers, that hot pink color, has something called beta-carotene in it. Once that beta-carotene gets into their system, it flushes them with that hot pink color that makes them absolutely perfect for the Miami Art Deco district or someone's friendly land, whichever one you want. Don't forget to head straight ahead all the way in the back there. It's called the Wildlife Explorers Base Camp, where you're going to find the axolotl for the little ones, but it's still really super cool for adults. They have a working beehive in there. But before you guys head into the base camp, go to the right-hand side and go to the Komodo dragon habitat. We have a new 2-year-old female over there, so go over and check her out before you head into the axolotl at base camp. And as we're coming on down here, I do have a couple of safety reminders for you. Please keep your arms, hands, legs, and tails inside of the bus at all times. You're more than welcome to stand up during the tour. Just make sure that your feet are on the ground and not on the seats and you're holding on to something. And do keep an eye on your belongings. That includes your children. They are somewhat precious to you. Well, as I said, we're going to go through our 8 different conservation hubs that are strategically placed, where we are collaborating with educators, community leaders, and scientists that have innovative ideas and insights into conservation, Because conservation starts with you, starts with me, starts with all of us working together to create a world where all life thrives. As you can see, we are headed into the jungle with all of the plants around us, and we're going over to our Asian flora shop where we are working with a nonprofit group called Cintas. And Cintas is making sure the tiger stays in the jungle. So first up, it's the Malayan tiger. You guys are looking to the middle of the habitat, and over to the left-hand side, you see a sleeping tiger. Now, if you were all the way in the back, have no fear, I will slowly pull forward for you at every habitat.
Scratching.
Now, this is the Malayan tiger. The Malayan tiger is one of the smaller subspecies of tigers. Most people are familiar with a Bengal tiger. A Bengal tiger is like a cat and a half bigger than this guy right here. And the largest tiger is actually the Siberian tiger. That's twice the size of this guy right here. Now, all subcategories of tigers, unfortunately, are critically endangered. For the Malayan tiger, there are only about 200 to 350 cats left in the jungle. And so what we're
Swatting some
doing with
flies
the
or
community
something.
that was on the preserve edge of the jungle out there, we're giving them education and funding to understand that the tiger is an umbrella species. Meaning that if you protect the tiger, you protect a lot of other species that depend on it being its jungle. And so what they're using is thermal drones to actually see if those cats are coming close to those communities. And then they're able to deter the cat away non-lethally, not only protecting the community, but protecting the tiger as well. But if you guys were ever wondering why tigers really do have stripes, oh, well, that's just because they don't want to be spotted. Don't worry, those bad dad jokes are just going to get more dadified as we go through the tour. If you look through your right-hand side, you'll see a most interesting animal. It's like two animals put together to make one. Has the butt of a zebra and the head of a giraffe. Shout it out if you think you know it. It's an okapi. And right next door to our okapi are our river hippos. But guys, our okapi made a copy of herself. She had a baby. And that baby is right there. You can see her little legs over there by the barn. And she was born September 2nd. And for the first 3 to 4 weeks of an okapi baby's life, again, she's going to be the small legs right there behind that tree. But if you are down here, you can also see a cute little hippo butt. It's not really little, it's more like 3,000 pounds. But it's still adorable. But for the first 3 to 4 weeks of an okapi baby's life, you just see her again right there, behind the barn there. Mom will put little baby into an area that is protected away from predators. And they're not going to feed them that often. Now, they do feed them, just not as frequently as other animals will for the first couple weeks of a baby's life, because what they want to make sure happens is that they don't go to the bathroom frequently. If the baby okapi is able to go to the bathroom frequently,
so the striped legs back
predators
there.
actually will be able to track them back to that safe area. And that's why they make sure that they don't feed them as often. And now she's sprouting up like a little seed, so she's massive. But our best place to see our river hippos, Punani and Amashwe, is right at that underwater viewing area, because river hippos do everything in the water. They even poop in that water, but that poop is food for other animals. That's called marine silt or detritus. You don't want to touch that stuff. But also we have Guadalupe, or Lupe for short. She was all by herself up at the Seattle Woodland Zoo, and hippos really love to be together in a group, so we brought her down here. But I really think we need to rethink what a group of hippos is called. Because a group of hippos is called a float. Now, were they trying to make fun of them? Because that would be hypocritical. Over at our right-hand side, these are our mixed primate habitat. We have some Allen swamp monkeys, red-tailed winds, and a dash of humans for you to admire. Yes, the humans are part of the habitat. But the Allen swamp monkeys, how they were brought here generations ago, is really interesting. It's
Love the
really
Gannon
fascinating.
monkeys.
They were rescued from the black market. The black market is the illegal trading of wildlife. They were going to be someone's pet dinner or souvenir, so they were brought here to have safe babies of their own. And that was several generations ago. So we have done a very good job of making sure that we are helping them out. But get this, guys, back in February of last year, Interpol actually rescued more than 20,000 live animals from the black market. That's not including the parts of animals like the hands of gorillas or the hides of tigers. That's actually just the live ones. And you can't really put it back out into the wild. They have to go into human care. Not everywhere's like the San Diego Zoo, so it's kind of a toss-up of where they're going to go and how they're going to be treated. But you just being here is helping out because we're a completely non-profit organization. We couldn't do anything without you. So thank you so very much for being here, you guys. Over on our left-hand side is this flamboyance of flamingos. Now, this flamboyance of flamingos are a little less pink than the ones that are up top because these are different species. These are called the greater flamingos. Now, the greater flamingos, you're going to be finding them in the African salt marshes, and what they really like to eat is a lot of algae. Now, that algae does have that carotenoid in it, that's where that beta-carotene comes from, but not as much as the ones with the shrimp. And so they still have that light pink color, just not as much as the ones up at the top. Now these guys are the white-breasted cormorants. If you look real close, especially the one closest to us, we may have a couple of chicks coming in the spring, so hopefully that'll be cool to see a couple of new baby cormorants. But our white-breasted cormorants are very interesting because even though they are waterfowl birds, meaning they dive and fish for their own food, well, there is a cormorant out in Africa that actually goes down, spear fishes for itself. It spears a fish with its beak and then comes back out of the water, then tosses that fish up, swallows it whole, which is not disturbing or unpleasant to watch whatsoever. But it actually has no waterproofing on its feathers. So as you saw there, they'll stretch their wings out in the sun to dry them off. But then they'll also
So I was talking about the uropygial gland earlier for preening.
Take it off, take it off. So you know what you also could do tomorrow, the day after that, or whatever, because we are open 365 days a year. To take this freeway that you see on the left, take it 35 miles north to the safari park, or sister park. And while you're up there, why don't you download one of our podcasts from iHeartRadio all about amazing wildlife. We are the only ones that have the platypus up at the safari park outside of Australia. Again, the only ones that have the platypus. So go up, check out how absolutely odd that animal is, and find out how absolutely odd that animal is on our podcast. So if you look to your right-hand side, you'll see a common antler. Oh, look, zebra butt. Now, zebras are pretty cool in the fact that each of their stripe pattern is unique to each individual zebra. No one zebra has the same stripe pattern. It's just like your and my fingerprints are unique to you. No one else has your fingerprints, hopefully. And that's actually how we tell a lot of our animals apart, is by their stripe or their spotted pattern. Like up at the safari park, we actually have a giraffe where her spots create a void on her chest to look like the Nike swoosh, and that's how we know she's a corporate sponsor. Over on your right-hand side is our Savannah hug. Now those guys with the black racing stripe down the side, those are the Sphinx gazelle. And the ones with the white stripes, those are the lesser kudu. But what I'm looking for on my left, for my our Ocean's Arctic hub, is a polar bear. Doesn't look like we got a polar bear here, so we'll keep going around and see if we can have one on the upper habitat. Now, we're working with Polar Bear International. Polar Bear International is another non-profit organization. We're doing all of the baseline scientific work for them.
She missed it. It was just coming out of the water.
Metabolism and energy expenditure. And once we get that, we send that up to the Arctic, and they're using our data to see how the polar bears are in the Arctic. They're not doing too well, guys. Due to the Arctic ice melting, don't really have a whole lot of room to go after their food. Now, going after their food, they need the ice to hunt. And that's why they're asking us to try to lower our carbon footprint. One easy way of doing that is just by unplugging some of your devices when you're not in the room and putting your TV on a surge protector, turn that surge protector off, and that'll help save you guys a couple $100 every month.
Southern
And lower your carbon footprint.
I have a duiker in here as well.
Back there on the right is the pronghorn. And then we also, sorry, that is the southern Garrett. And then this kitty patootie, this is the Chicoa and peccary. They are so adorable. Their body's like 10 times the size of their legs. Look how cute. But these guys I love because they actually give me hope. Now they give me hope because they actually were declared extinct for the longest time. But there was a surviving pod out in the Sonora Desert of Mexico. And so that always gives me hope that if we ever declare a species extinct or endangered, maybe they're just really, really, really good at hiding. Like the vaquita.
This is the tram we're going to
Over
take
on the
later.
left-hand side, you guys look, we got our giant anteater right here, and our Patagonian Mara that looks like an overgrown bunny. Now, if you guys took your 4 fingers, put it down on your thumb, made a little circle with your hand, you actually would have how large a giant anteater's jaw can open. They can't really open their jaw that much, that's why they have that really super long tongue. And so we're headed through to our southwestern hub, and we're going to be looking for some pretty kitties. Or you know them as mountain lions, or cougars, panthers, painters, ghost cats, swamp cat. I could keep going on for a while, guys. There's over 90 different names that are associated with mountain lions. That's because they have a massive range. There you are, Sierra. So you guys are looking at the top of the rock right over here, and she has her tail right against the fence right there.
That's a beautiful mountain lion. Look at that. It's a beauty.
And so that is because they have a massive range. They have the Canadian-U.S. border. They have the entire contiguous United States. And they go all the way down to Chile in South America. So think of all of those people that are encountering this one cat. You have French, Spanish, English, then you have indigenous languages. All of these people are talking about this one cat. And that's why you have so many different names. But Sierra and Tahoe, they're actually representing our southwestern hub. We couldn't head out into the world without helping out our own animals here. So here at the
Still get to see a mountain lion in nature. We've tried many times, just can't find them.
Tortoises, the Pacific pocket mice. We're making sure they have a habitat. Because there's more construction going on everywhere, there's more habitat fragmentation or breaking up of the habitat. That's where a bobcat, coyote, or even a bunny can't go from one area to the next without crossing a freeway. That's really dangerous for them. That's actually how we got Sierra and Tahoe back there. Is that their mom was hit by a car when they were both cubs. And we just got a new pronghorn. He was only 2 months old when his mom was hit by a car. So wherever you guys are from, just advocate for more wildlife crossings and corridors to make it safe for animals to go to point A to B and B to A, reconnecting their habitat. Over here on our right-hand side, we did just see either Rio or
Don't like the noise of the bus.
Here. Now, what's really great is that we just had maned wolf puppies, guys, for the first time in 70 years.
Oh, there it is, maned wolf.
There he is.
Yay.
Now, if it looks like it is a overgrown fox on stilts, you're right, it is. But it's actually its own canid species. But if you guys look at it, they actually use their ears just like a fox does. So they have those cone ears. Now those cone ears can actually turn 180 degrees from each of them. So what they're going to do, they live out in the tall grasslands of Brazil and South America. And so they're actually going to listen to those small burrowing animals underneath the ground. And just like a fox, once they hear that animal, they are actually going to go up and jump onto the ground to scare them out of their yard. And so we are taking care of the babies right now just to make sure they're good, they're healthy. And so, again, for the first time in 70 years, we have made wolf puppies, guys. So we need to see them come out and start walking around again. Now we're heading forward into Elephant Odyssey. And Elephant Odyssey is supposed to be what Southern California used to look like back in prehistoric times. But for San Diego, we actually were underwater, so it's more of a general overview. So coming up here on our left is going to be our first animal of the pad. It is the rock hyrax. That is not here. Oh, there you are. So you guys can just look right down on that left-hand side. You can see one of the rock hyraxes here. And so the rock hyrax is a very interesting little critter because even though they are from Africa, they actually have a really hard time regulating their body temperature. These guys specifically, they like it about 70 degrees. If it increases above 70 degrees, they act like they're melting. If it decreases below 70 degrees, they act like they're freezing to death. These are true San Diegans, guys. Coming up here on the right-hand side, I don't have saber-toothed tigers, but I do have 2 sleeping lions. This is
nice.
Ellen.
Lying on a platform.
Who's closest to us. And then we have Ernest, who's furthest away from us. Now, Ernest and Miss Ellen, they are brother and sister, so they're definitely not mating pairs, guys. That would be a massive oopsie-woopsies. Massive oopsie-woopsies. But also, you may have heard of something called King of the Jungle. Yeah, not entirely correct. Because they don't live in the jungle. They live in the savanna of Africa. I mean, there are some forest cats, I'll give you that, but mostly they live in the savanna of Africa, and it's not the king you should be praising. No, Miss Ellen right there. The ladies that take care of the cubs, the ladies that take care of the pride,
down there.
The ladies that do 90% of the hunting.
Bone's got some meat on it still.
He does a lot. That's it. That's all he does. But it takes a lot of work to look that good, guys. You know that mane, it's gotta look good somehow. I mean, don't get me wrong, they will participate in the hunt. They're just going to let the ladies do the hard work. They also will participate in protecting the pride if they're not too old, and they will protect the cubs if they're theirs. That's the extent of the male lion's responsibility beyond reproduction. They just look pretty. Seems familiar. Coming up here on our right-hand side, I want you guys to play a little game with me called Find the Jaguar Before She Finds You. Now, Nanziri, get this, she is 18 years old. And so, jaguars can live up to the age of about 15 in the wild. And human here, they can live up to the age of
It's on the
about
platform
20.
over here.
So she's up there. Now she may be in the cave because it is a tad bit chilly for her. And she's going, I'm from Central America. I don't do this. I do the humidity. No, nope, doesn't look like it. But you guys want to know what her nickname of the jungle is? You ready? It's so metal. Skull Crusher. Where other predator cats actually go to the nose and the throat of their prey and they cut off their airways that way. She's like, that's hilarious. I'm just gonna crush their skull. I love her so much, guys. She's my favorite. But over here on the right-hand side is the bear taper, but they're having their moment. This is where the largest rodent in the world lives. It's a capybara. And look, Mom and Dad are out at the top of the pool right there. Is that Mom and Dad? I think that might be some of the baby girls. So they have 3 baby girls.
So these in Brazil, they're
3
cool.
years in the summer. And then you can see the baby bear's taper. He's 3 years old as well. So you can just see the ones that have the goldish reddish color, that's going to be the little babies. And then Mom and Dad, they're going to be in a larger, whiter color. And capybaras, they absolutely are adorable, but they do lose their adorability just a little bit once you find out that they like to eat their own poop. Yeah, they're rodents, guys. What do you want? Coming up here on the right-hand side, I want you guys to look at, looks like Nepo. And then Sundu is over on the right-hand side. It looks like Nepo is going to turn around for us, or he's just going to go up to the barrel right there. Now, Nepo and Sundu, they are half brothers, so you have one here, and then if you guys look behind us, we have another one behind the utility trying to play hide and seek. But these guys, how can you guys tell the difference between an African elephant and an Asian elephant? Anyone know? Shout it out. The ears, exactly. There are other ways, but the easiest one are the ears. So the larger ears, they're going to be African elephants. The smaller triangle ears, they're going to be Asian elephants. And if we get the size of the butt, okay, well, if we did have, that actually looks like Moosey. I have to look at the past. But if you did get to see Moosey turn around here, you would be able to see that their ears are in the shape of Africa. If you'll see it, you see it. If you don't, like my sister or my dad, just nod and say, yeah, I totally see it. I know you don't. Totally fine. Totally fine, guys. But not only are we out in the world helping out different nonprofits and all these different wild animals, we're also here. What we want to make sure here is making sure that our animals are still connected to nature. They're still using their wild instincts. And for elephants, that means making them walk for their food and water like they would in the wild. And so as you saw right there, they are at these things called utilitrees. These utilitrees are out in the middle of the habitat. And what they have are balls and barrels that are actually connected to these different cables. And the cables actually pull balls and barrels up high, like you see right there on that right-hand side. They lift them up for food scarcity, but they also drop them down for food abundance. And so that makes our elephants walk from one area of the habitat to the next. Now, we want them to walk about 10 miles a day, which is as far or even further than a wild elephant would walk looking for food and water. And so we actually put pedometers on our elephants up at the safari park, and we clocked them in at walking about 10 miles a day. And so that's how we know we're doing a really great job of spreading out our food. This is Shaba! Baby girl Shaba! Hi, baby girl! Sometimes if she's in a good mood, she comes on over. Hey, Shaba, baby girl, you coming over? Now, she is the matriarch of the herd because she is the only female. She's only in charge of herself. And she also has some of the longest hooks here at the San Diego Zoo, but also she is our baby girl. Just don't let Shaba know she's 44 years old. She's just a baby. But also another way that you guys can tell them apart is probably what's really cool is at the end of their trunk. So I want you to see what Shaba's doing with the end of her trunk there. You can see there's kind of like 2 kind of finger-like appendages at the bottom. Kind of looks like a little grasper. Well, they actually can pick up a single blade of grass, guys. And also, you just saw how she went to that top barrel right there. She actually can't really reach it. What she has to do is figure out how to get onto one of those steps right there, and then reach up to get those high barrels. And that's also making her work for her food like they would in the wild. And Asian elephants, they only have one little finger appendage like that. Isn't she cute? I love her. She's my favorite. But also, you want to know what they work with their wildlife care specialists? What they eat? They eat raisins. They can pick up individual raisins, guys. Isn't that insane? Now, Shaba here, her favorites are coconuts. And she can actually catch a coconut in her mouth if you throw it at her. Pretty cool. I want to see one of those videos. We're headed out. But we are also working with the Rafidi Elephant Sanctuary in northern Kenya, and that's where the injured and orphaned baby elephants go. If you ever see a baby elephant that has a blanket on it, not to be cute, not to dress it up, it's actually to keep it warm. When elephants are babies, they get a lot of their heat by standing next to or under mom. And if they don't have a mom, that's actually how they can get cold and perish. And that's why we put the blankets on them. But coming up on our right-hand side, this is one of the best conservation success stories to date, and it's one of the stories that made us famous. It's a California condor. Back in 1980, there were only 22 left in California. So we got together with the wildlife game rangers, the LA Zoo, and the Wild Animal Park, which is now the Safari Park. We brought them all in. And what was happening is that every time a condor wanted to sit on their eggs to either incubate them or keep them warm, they actually were crushing them. Our condor's on the top of the tree here, and then we have another one on the top of the rock, hanging of the mountain. And these guys are scavengers. They're decomposers. They eat dead things. They're carrion. And if it wasn't for these guys being in the environment, we actually would be exposed to more illnesses and viruses than we already are. And also, you know, we'd be tripping over a lot of dead things. There'd be maggots and flies and the smell and the blah. It's not a pretty picture, guys. And so what we did is we banned those lead bullets because the hunters would use lead bullets to go after their game, and then they leave the game out there. These guys go and they eat it and ingest that lead. And we banned the pesticide DDT. Now the pesticide DDT we didn't know was actually a bioaccumulator, meaning that when an animal went to go eat the plants that had the pesticide on it, it wasn't getting rid of the pesticide once it went to the bathroom. That pesticide went to its back. And once that animal dies, these guys go, they eat it. They were getting about 10 times the amount of pesticide than any other animals. And so that made their calcium carbonate of their shells really super thin to actually support their weight. And that's why they were crushing all of them. And so we brought them all in. Now, what's really cool, before I take off, the guy on the left-hand side there on top of the rock, that is the grandson of one of the original 22 that we saved. Pretty cool, right? Now, has anyone seen a California condor in free flight? Anyone? Anyone? No?
Nope.
Yeah? Did you cry? Did you have like the
huge
a
wingspan,
tear or just amazed? Yeah. Just amazed. Well, I say if you haven't seen one, head on up to Big Sur, Monterey Bay, because that's where I saw mine. Now, when I saw mine, I was not paying attention, guys, and that guy flew over me on a peak, and you know what I did? I screamed and ducked for my life because I thought it was a pterodactyl. Right? Now, I know pterodactyls are extinct, but you have a 9.5-foot wingspan on that bird, guys. Let's put that into perspective. If you put that bird on the bottom half of this bus, spread its wings out completely, it actually would be able to touch each side of the bus. If that doesn't do it for you, think Shaquille O'Neal. He's 7 feet, add a couple feet, turn him sideways. That's a big bird. But once I found out it was a condor, let me tell you, I had the ugly Kardashian cry. I had the snot, I had the tears. It was not a pretty picture, guys. It was like watching The Notebook all over again. You know exactly what I'm talking about, people. But that's because when I was growing up in the 90s and 2000s, it was unheard of to see a condor flying free in California. And the one that I saw didn't have a tag on it, meaning it was born and survived in the wild. And so with only 22 left in 1980, we are now over 500 in the wild and in human care, and we just celebrated our 301st of our baby condor. I can do this. 301st of a baby condor chick up at the safari park. So we did it, you guys. The San Diego Zoo and you helped save the California condor from extinction. Pretty amazing. Now, as we walk around today or drive around, you're probably going to go, wow, they have a lot of plants. We're one of the largest botanical gardens in North America. We also have functionally extinct plants that you can't find anywhere else unless you want to jump the pond and head on over to the UK or Africa. But also, what's really cool is that we save water. How do we do that? Well, we water every other day, and we have the majority of our plants on a drip irrigation system. Drip irrigation systems where the water is just dribbled out to the plants directly and not shot out over an area. Most of our fresh water, believe it or not, on planet Earth is frozen, so we have to conserve the water available to us. So maybe you guys will join us in switching your system over to a drip irrigation system because we all need fresh water to survive here on planet Earth. Over on your right-hand side, this is Sydney's Grill. On the other side of Sydney's Grill is the urban jungle. Now in that middle habitat there, that is where you're gonna find Wazo, our greater one-horn rhino. Our cheetahs are down there, and our giraffes are down there as well. Now you definitely gotta go check out our giraffes because we have 2 baby giraffes over there. So we have 2 baby giraffes over there. Now, the first boy is 6 months old, and get this guys, when he was born, he was 6'10", and now, thank goodness, he's old enough to be getting into finance. And then we also have a new baby girl. She was born November 30th. So go check out our babies. But look at the babies here. We have Shala and her baby bears.
Oh.
I'll go back there and...
Now, these baby bears, Shala, Cooper, and Julia, they are sloth bears. Sloth bears are from the Indian, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and the Bhutan and the Low Valley areas. And they're in that cave right over there. They're eating with some romaine lettuce. And sloth bears, what we're doing is we are working with SOS Save Our Sloths, because what's happening right there is there's just a lot of people over there. And that population is encroaching upon the bear's habitat. Now the bear hasn't changed their habitat whatsoever. It's us that are encroaching upon their habitat. So we're doing the same thing that we're doing back over with Simtos with the tigers, is we are actually giving education and funding out there to teach them how to deter the bear away non-lethally. Making sure that we're not, again, only helping out the community, we're helping out the bears as well. Now sloth bears, they are the only bears that actually carry their young on their back. So you can actually see the difference between the girl and the boy. So Kumar is going to be a little bit smaller than the girl, because she has to be a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker to carry their young on their back. Now also they are insectivores, they're also omnivores, but they really do like to go after insects. If you're able to see their snout is a little bit bigger than what you would expect for a bear that size. Now as Shala makes her way over here, you may be able to see who moves it and be able to see how she puts it in kind of like a circle. And so once they do that, and then they close off their nostrils, they shove their heads down and termite down and suck up the termites like a straw. What did you want, Bembo? You went into escrow? Yeah. But also, if you guys are familiar with the Jungle Book, you just saw Baloo. Now Baloo doesn't get above 5.5 feet, so I think Kipling took a little too much creative liberty on that, or it's from Mowgli's point of view. Not entirely sure on that point. Coming up on our right-hand side, what is on the California state flag? Does anyone know? Shout it out. A bear? What type of bear? Grizzly bear. We have 2 of those. Well, all brown bears. All grizzly bears are brown bears, but not all grizzly bears are brown bears, but not all brown bears are grizzly bears. I know, it's weird, right? So it looks like they might be on the inside there. This is Scout and Montana's habitat, so might be going in the back for food. But Scout in Montana, they actually were brought here from a town outside of Yellowstone National Park when they were cubs because their mom was teaching them to go after easy food. Easy food is human food, and human food makes them come closer to us. And let's be honest, guys, we don't have the greatest reputation with our wild brethren here. Last time the grizzly bear was in California was in 1920, and what did we do? Yeah, we shot it.
Extinct.
So, no more grizzly bears in California. But bears are incredibly smart, and they are incredibly strong, and they definitely will donate their time to giving you that convertible that you never had. They also will give you a skylight in your tent that you never wanted. And that's all for going after easy food. Now, so when you're in an area with the bears, just lock up your food, put it away, like actually lock the lock, because I've seen a black bear undo the lock and then pull it out and go, thank you for the food. Now over here, this is Alba. You guys are looking closest to us on the area beyond the bush. I just saw her walking a bit. She is on this tiny side. Oh, there she is. She's moved up over to the back of the jungle gym by the wall over there. Now, Alba is an Indian bear. Indian bears are from South America, Andes region. They also go by another name. And if you were to be able to see her face, you would see that she has white markings around her eyes. Now those white markings give her that extra name, which is a spectacle bear. Spectacle bear because it looks like she's wearing glasses. I see her right by the column there. Let's see if she should go forward a bit. Is she gonna come back out? Looks like she has turbo in the back.
Choice has got a little swing, got a little hammock,
Now I say ooh la
platform.
la, because turbo is her mate. I know, right? Because I just saw her walk around. Let's see where turbo is over here. Oh, never mind. That was a person. Turbo's asleep on his hammock. He's in the cave right there. But, guys, I say ooh la la too because if you are from the New York City area or you're able to head on over to New York City, go to the Queen Zoo. It is the Queen Zoo, trust me. It's a small one, but it's the Queen Zoo. And you gotta check out Ramsescu because Ramsescu is Alba and Turbo's son, one of them. And he is over at the Queen Zoo generously, and I mean generously, donating his DNA, if you know what I mean. Now, why is that important? That's important because he is participating in something called the Species Survival Program, or the SSP. What is that? That's like an online matchmaking for endangered species by genetics. Ooh, according to human genetics, I'm technically endangered. I have red hair and blue-green eyes, and I am currently single.
You just have to find the right magazine
We
to
are actually looking
inspire
at their
them.
family line. Now, we want to make sure we are using different family lines, because if we use different family lines, then that means we have less of a chance of having a genetic disease occur within that population. And we're going to take that population, we're going to put it out into the wild, and then make sure that we have the healthiest individuals. That's how we know at their DNA. And that's the Species Survival Program. Now down to your left-hand side where all those red chairs are, that is Panda Ridge. Now Panda Ridge is a hard close at 4:30, guys, so make sure you get in line before 4:30. And that bridge right there, that's Bashar Bridge. Bashar Bridge will get you to the middle part of the zoo where our orangutans and our gorillas are.
Imagine colobus monkeys
And
again.
that building behind us, that is where the elevator is. Take the elevator up to Treetops Way to the front of the zoo. That'll be about a 7-minute walk for you. We're headed up the back end of Africa Rocks, and on our left-hand side are South African penguins. Now the South African penguins, they need your help. Due to overfishing of sardines and anchovies that they need to eat to survive.
You've got time to see the panda and then do the overhang tram.
Almost 4 right now.
It's a 4:30 close.
And the Seafood Watch program is working, you guys. The Bluefin tuna
It's okay if we can. I'm just curious.
at least 20%. It is from that 10 years earlier than production. So keep doing it. Keep going to seafoodwatch.org. We can get our ocean smoking again.
The sky thing's better because you can see them from the sky.
The plastic bag ban is working. Get this. Death by plastic bag pollution in the ocean, ready for this, has dropped by a whopping 43%, guys. We're doing it! We're saving the sea turtles, people! Woohoo! Now over on our left-hand side, we have some lemurs over here, and then we have our vervet monkeys, but I want you to look real close to see if you can spot a leopard. You can see the vervet monkeys are going insane, going, watching leopard, alert, leopard, danger, Will Robinson, danger. Sorry for the sci-fi nerd stuff there. But if you guys are checking her out, isn't one she gorgeous? But also, leopards are incredibly strong. Now, they don't have the strongest jaw pressure like our jaguars. But leopards, they can actually haul an entire gazelle up into the tree or other food. And what they're going to do is they're going to eat their food in the tree. They're going to leave it there. They're going to go down.
That's what I was saying before in the video earlier.
They're going to go get some water. They're going to go to the bathroom. And then they're going to come back. And their food is actually going to be protected in that tree from other scavengers like wild African dogs or hyenas.
It's on my
Now, the birds,
video
that's a
somewhere. I have
different
to find
question.
it, but it's something making all this noise. I go, what's
Now,
going
they
on?
also
And he's like
are
walking
really
around.
good slingers
Like
as
this
well.
grumpy.
And they're one of the most
He's
spread
cute.
out cat species on the planet. So you can find these guys not only in Africa, but also in Asia as well. But not only do you gotta go see Africa rocks, because you're gonna see a lot more than what I can show you right here, you gotta go see the 3 baby fusas. Now, a fusa, if you don't know what it is, it's okay. It's very rare species. Now, what it is that it is endemic to Madagascar. And, meaning it's only found in Madagascar, just like lemurs. But the fusa is as big as a house cat. Now, it's a regular house cat, none of those fancy savanna cats or whatever. It is like a tabby cat size. Now, since they're endemic to Madagascar, guess what 50% of their diet is? Lemurs! It's amazing. It's so amazing. I love them so much. They're so ferocious. Up here on our right-hand side is our Australia house. We have our male koalas back there, but you can never see them. And so, more importantly, coming up here with our female koalas, they're at least 5 to 6 to a tree because they love to spend quality time together. Yeah, sorry, I had to do that. But more importantly than that, we had 3 baby koalas pop out of the pouch. 3 baby joeys over there. That is a baby koala. Again, 3 baby joeys are right there. You can just see one of the little babies right over there. But I did say we have a functionally extinct plant here at the grounds, and it's right here. It's on this left-hand side. It's called the wood cycad. It's this palm-looking tree. Now, it's actually not a palm tree. It's more closely related to a pine tree. It's a cone-bearing plant. The gymnosperm. Take you all the way back to freshman biology on that one. But unfortunately, there are only male plants out in the wild. The only female plant that actually was in the wild, due to environmental stress, turned herself male. They can do that too. And unfortunately, that means that there are only male plants out there, and that plant is now functionally extinct and will probably go extinct in our lifetime. But don't worry, guys, don't worry. Not only do we have our frozen zoo, where we just cloned a pea horse, a Perswal pea horse, one of the first domesticated horses from Mongolia, we also have a seed bank. And hopefully, that plant will not go extinct on our watch due to that seed bank. And then coming up on our left-hand side, this is the continuation of our Australia hub with our Tassie devils, or Tasmanian devils. They're our brothers. And then our wombats are over here on the left-hand side as well. Now, fun fact about wombats, their poop is square. They poop cubes, people. It's absolutely adorable and confusing at the same time. And then in front of us is the end of our tour. Now, we just went all over the world, and we just saw some amazing animals from all different places. But if you guys look around, we're all from different families, different cultures, different beliefs. But we all live on this planet together. We all can make the world thrive together. It doesn't matter if you unplug your devices, advocate for wildlife crossings or corridors, or just switch your system over to a drip irrigation system. If we all do it together, we all can make the world thrive together, just like our plastic bag ban. Now, I'm going to park the bus, I'm going to unload the bottom half, and then I'm going to unload the top half. If you remain seated, please, until I get to you, that would be wonderful. If you're needing a restroom, you're going to head out straight and to the right, underneath the sandwich shop, and your strollers are just a little beyond. They're where you guys got in line for this. Now we all can be that spark to ignite someone's passion for conservation, so why don't we do that? Why don't we head on out there, use our voices, do one for Jane Goodall, and have a world where all life thrives. My name is Nicole. I hope you guys have a wonderful day here at the San Diego Zoo and you enjoyed your tour. Bye now. Thank you.
Yay! So the tram thing is where? Up ahead? Okay. Alright, you guys stay tuned. We're going to walk over to the aerial tram and see the whole park in one pass. She's got a little kitty purse, a little leopard and stuff on the. That's funny.
But there's a sign that says, "Don't get out."
Lots of bamboo around here.
From the sticks. Hi, Daddy. Will you just park? I might be feeling good. It's 4 o'clock and the sky's already closing up.
Alrighty, here we go.
meet you.
Australia? Yeah. I think it's over there.
What about
Like the rhino? Oh yeah, greater one horn rhino.
Nope. Got a big squirrel in that tree over there.
Yeah.
Squirrels all over the place.
That'll be urban jungle. Yeah, no worries. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good day.
Claim your free video.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Actually, real quick, is there a restroom nearby? I'm sure. I saw a few around here.
Let's check out those photos before you head out.
So they took pictures and try to get you to buy stuff. So. Up here? Okay.
The moment he was having another.
I love that enthusiasm. Let's check those photos out, guys. Come on. Spend some money. So enthusiastic. We didn't get enough money from you guys. I need some more money. Step in and get wild. That's a different kind of booth altogether. Asian garden over there. Big gorilla.
Go around, and then before that,
Horns.
Right here? Okay. Alright guys. You're not getting a tour of the restroom, so stop it here. I already had part 1 of the stream and my battery died. This is part 2. And I'm stopping this one on purpose, and then we'll start a third one shortly, so stay tuned. And thanks for hanging out.